Right down here at the boat. Yesterday we got it off the trailer on the blocks and stands, and had to get it level. It was kind of an ordeal, but we got it all dialed in, so you can see back there. Eddie came down, we sort of powwowed on the tunnel layout and the fuel and everything, the extension. So making headway. I'm gonna clean up the bottom right now, and then Clint and I are gonna start framing up the extension mold. So we're making headway, and big next step. It'll be cool to see some glass go on this thing.
Okay, we're ending here, but we're gonna build the mold 6 inches longer, and then that'll give us the framing to go up. My mind kind of, right? Yep. We could pre-rip all the 2x6s to have 18 degrees cut off. That way they match the dead rise.
How far are we going? What, we're going basically up to the bulkhead?
The same as this 2x6 right here.
Clint went off. Look at this. Clint went off. Look at this. Extension being built. I had to leave to go down south yesterday and film a couple podcasts for the 805 Cold Beer Surf Club. So I missed the beginning stages, and Clint just went to town. It looks so good. Getting the extension built. Fired up. We're gonna hopefully wrap it up today. That's where the tunnel goes. Today Clint went off. Look at that. So the tunnel's cut out. Now we gotta cut the melamine out. It's got it all braced up under here. Build the sides today. Yeah, perfect. So we're using this melamine right here for the extension. So this is all gonna get wax and then glass laid on it. It's all braced up. You can see Clint cut these to match the dead rise up under there, and it's shimmed with 3/4 plywood back there. And then these match the dead rise so that this melamine perfectly matched the hull. Pretty insane. Sides going on.
In between the two.
Oh, between this.
Put a center line on that piece of door skin. Line it up on your the plumb bob, right? Yeah. So that should be the very center, right?
Yeah.
Lining up the tunnel mold. Got it all sucked into the bottom of the boat. Clint's down there. Trying to get. Now it's about a 1/2 inch the other way. Yeah, right there. That's, yeah. Right there, that's money. Trying to get the tunnel mold to fit just right. Clint's got to dish out a little more. It's almost there. Tape this thing up. Gonna wax it so that it's a mold release. What's in this mold? And a couple rolls of wax on the whole thing. Tunnel layout. got it pretty much all framed up. We're dialing in the transom now. We're making a pattern for that out of door skin. We got the tunnel all set where it's supposed to be. Melamines all in, so yeah, making good headway. Door skin pattern. Radical. There goes the transom.
We're actually lucky that it's a little bit pusher.
So there's the melamine. And that's basically exactly what we're going to be laying the glass straight to right there. You can see it all framed up. It's all braced up from the outside, which I'll show you in a second. The last thing to dial in is just that back piece for the transom. We had to scab in a little bit there and just tile in that radius down around the tunnel. And then that's the tunnel mold, which is actually for a 31, so we're only using part of it, which I'll show you from the outside as well. I waxed that the other day, so that's all ready to glass. And yeah, we're gonna glass all that in, and then I'll come back and cut out like the remaining bit of transom and that old deck here on the sides when we go to rebuild that. All right, let's go down to the outside. From all the way up here, started building all the bracing all the way around the back. And here's the tunnel mold. So that's how much we're not using, and we're not using some up in the front too. And you can kind of see how that's all braced up in and under there. So yeah, obviously the melamine matched the dead rise. Clint cut all these 2x6s at that, I think it's a 12-degree angle for the dead rise. And yeah, pretty rad. See all this get framed up and come together, you know, and braced up the sides too. And it's just screwed and hot glued into place, basically. Pretty insane. All right, that's the first piece of resin that's gone on the boat. Scooped out all these dinger pairs. Mason just showed me how to mix up this, a little bit of filler. I just catalyzed it, so I better get to work. I'm gonna put my respirator on right now, but I'll put it on and fill some dings. Stoked to make a little bit of forward progress, even though it's small. Feels good to make something go forward. So this is the putty mix we made. It's aerosol, Q-cell resin, and then you kick it with catalyst. And I'm plugging in, that's what he just showed me how to do here. Plugging in all these holes. I think I got about 10 minutes here, so I better get going. First dinger pairs, first resin that's added on. Seems insignificant, but feels kind of meaningful. So that's just the filler. They call it peanut butter, the little putty mix that we made. All hardened up in there. All right, the mold's all dialed in. We had to make sure we had that nice and straight on the transom. Was a little tricky. Looks looking good. We got all these seams taped. Put in this door skin for like a rebate on the bottom, so it saves some grinding time later. Ran that up on the sides. Oh, we're gonna plan on doing a skin coat here in a little bit. Just gonna wax it up, one coat on the melamine so that it doesn't stick. Here we go.